Hello there, Editor Mark 3 here. I don't normally talk to you guys from this side of it, but there's a few things in this video, so I figured I should mention them. Uh, from the feedback I've had so far on the first half, there is some interest in this game, and so I will be looking to try and do a bit more on it, but there are a few things that need to be mentioned, especially going into this second part. There is a well-known glitch within the game itself which can cause, well, it was described to me as an audio sound which can severely disrupt streaming and recording, even if it sounds okay in the game itself. And that happens twice during this second segment. It's also something I've been trying to edit past, but there's not much I can do about it considering it's corrupted the sound files straight. So I'm just going to be quieting it down. I'm going to be muting it when it gets too bad, just because there are things happening during those segments which follow the flow of the video, and I do want to get the second part out. In the future, I will see if I can get a needed graphics card upgrade, which should help this game run more smoothly on my system. I've also found a graphics setting I can change to try and make things a bit more steady as well on my end of it. But we'll have to see where we go. I do plan to continue with this particular game, though, because I'm enjoying it, other people were surprised to see it, and that is enough for me. Anyway, let's get back to what is essentially first impressions of this part of the game, because this is something happening in the second part that I've not seen before this point, and that's also kind of why I want to put this second part out. Please, enjoy, and I apologise for the quiet/silent bits. Another copy of Precision, which is something I found only when going through. Fires high pressure Zen round, specifically designed to hit enemy weaknesses. So I've been using this high caliber shot like a DMR. Yeah, that is going to replace the heavy shot with a high precision round, which honestly, looking at the changes, it will just reduce its overall damage, really. It does say highly precise, but it doesn't say anything about precision on the actual star chart I got up there. Interesting. But yeah, it's I didn't realise I was actually using basically a anti-material round as a sniper round until I came across that precision round. Is there anything in there? Pulse? No. Save the lockpick then. Another reason to use scan gloves and why it's the only good glove. You can literally check behind the doors to see if there's anything worth your time going through. Also, you find random bits and things around the place. This is like going actually into a ruined apartment kind of thing. Anything else in here? No. Okay, I need to move across the hallway. So yeah, this kind of shows how the world has been ravaged. Which then raises the question, why are those guys actually working with... Something in the next room. Right. As you can see, I would be a lot less happy looting, and I wouldn't be as much of a loot goblin if I didn't have the scan gloves. Flat out. Though actually, more likely, as it was before I got my scan gloves, though it actually gives you them very, very early. When I've been without them, I've just kept spamming the bases pulse before I realised that it doesn't actually cover the whole maps, but scan gloves are just very useful to have. Flat out. Like, for example, I just missed something right in the room I was in. Okay, we got a first instance of it, right. Check there was one on the previous map, actually. We've got something here, which is trapped behind or beneath an obstacle which the generation has put on top of it, so I can't actually get at it. But this should be where those auto-looting gloves I have stashed away will help. Which is why I was actually kind of glad to see those. It's just we get to test them out now. Thought there was something else over there, but I guess not. There is a rocket launcher in there. Sure, I'll spend a lockpick for a rocket launcher. Lockpicks are one of the ones you can actually craft as you need. Well, not as you need. Back at base, I found an assembler in a mission like once. I can't actually make them. I hope you can make them. If I could actually assemble things out of raw materials on my base, that would be so useful. Now, something else this apartment has lacked so far is what I've started referring to as toilet soda. Sometimes you go to the toilets and there's just a can of fizzy drink in it. Yeah, it's kind of like how 7 Days to Die had the toilet revolver. Same kind of situation, honestly. Sometimes there's just toilets with a random can of fizzy drink in it. Why is it there? Who knows? What happened to get it there? Who knows? Is it useful? Kinda. Ah, another door. Digital keypad, MGT, power. I am swimming in resources. That's why I didn't pick that boon, which would help with gathering resources. And let's see what you got. You got construction additional machine gun turrets for free. It's fine. I need to go back to base anyway because I need to unload loot. So let's go back. Also, there are random long dead robot wrecks where you can just scrap them to get a little bit of resource. It's usually armor plates or ammo or an actual detection module, which is these things here. That's the other version of detector I mentioned. You throw it down like a grenade and then it marks everything within its range for a short time. But I don't tend to use them much because I've got the scan gloves. Flat out. I think I will be over full again. I should continue my practice of trying to sort things into my bots first. Point of order, by the way. Wow, that's becoming a bit of a phrase for me, isn't it? It has been in recent recording efforts, video efforts, not so much. Point of order. One of the things I'm so happy about these mule droids is these guys are actually recovery inventories. So, if this guy is taken into the final fight, then at the end when you extract, anything that these guys are storing, you also recover. So, you know, it's quite helpful in that regard. Can't stash that one. That's okay. We actually have a 5 out of 5. Swap that out. 97 out of 100 basic material. 62 out of 100 scrap metal. So it kind of shows how long I've not been recovering those two. They've been building up that high. But it's just I'm sending anything that's basically more valuable and rarer into recovery. I'm just wondering if anything can fall in here.
That was too close. Better take a break.
That, by the way, is our intelligence officer, I believe. Someone who's monitoring back at base for... Give me that. Yep, slash another rocket launcher. Operates the intelligence division back at base. Basically has the database of like everything we've come across in the field for if we want to look anything up. Anyway, back to looting! I'm fine taking on pursuers. I just don't think about it much, honestly. We were in here. No, we weren't. We were in here. Yeah, there's the door. Right. Okay, basic house. Some POIs by default have enemies within them. that is a big barrel. Okay. So that's something new I've been finding. I've only got a couple of these so far, but I don't actually have the blueprint to use them in. 105mm artillery barrels. Oh, hi, Spider. These guys, by the way, jump at you if you don't kill them fast enough. You can still fire once they've latched on because they block your field of vision. But after a few seconds they explode. If they explode, they don't drop whatever item they're carrying, which is usually like a tech point, or in this case a small care package, stuff like that. And then they also act like a trigger for the enemy pursuits, so you know, that kind of thing. Spawn a random variant of the Guardian. I'll take it. Another Guardian, sure. A few more bits and bobs on this ground floor. There's a lockpick door here. By the way, worth noting, this lockpick door you can actually bypass, you don't actually need to use it. This house always has a lockpick door there with something, sometimes with stuff behind it, sometimes not. But these big windows, usually windows you can just blast them out of their frame. Like that. And save yourself a lockpick for a few seconds of extra detour. Honestly, there wasn't much in here, but because this room, I think because you can get into that one room so easily, it usually doesn't have that much by way of valuable loot for a lockpick room in it. It's more like use lockpick, don't get much for it, kind of thing. I think. Question mark. Who knows? But I think that might also be the entire map looted up. Now then, there should be an extra Guardian around here. One of these things is not like the others. Where's the extra Guardian? There's the extra Guardian. What the heck have you got? Ooh. Okay. Okay. New weapon, apparently. Let's stop jamming all the materials into here because it's time to try and scavenge up. That's probably not that actually. Yeah. Jam one there. Pressurized container, which is quite useful to have. Another high-powered scope, which I'll just jam into storage. Right, let's use that care package. Care package gives you something. It's probably. I think it's just a consumable, so just stacked away straight away. You follow me. Okay, it's a bit stuck. There is something we could do about that though, because you can also command these guys.
Guardian.
And in this case, they've got an ability called Jump. There we go. Which you can use to do things like get them up and down walls to harder to reach areas. They sometimes struggle to follow you indoors, like they can't go upstairs very well. But you can use this to get them to different points in different buildings and stuff like that as well.
Guardian.
But this guy, though, is carrying a micro missile launcher. Maximum range is set to 7,000. It's a smart mortar. Minimum range is 1,000. It doesn't care what it fires at, but this is, yeah. I have the research available back at base to start researching this, but I haven't unlocked it in turret form. But this is actually a mortar weapon. Oh, that's interesting. I can't actually dismount it either. So I can't take that weapon system off it. This guy is just sitting here with a mortar launcher. Okay, sure. Fine. I see how it is. I'll leave you to your games, Mr. Little Mortar Launcher. That's fine. Don't get me wrong though. Actually, it's welcome addition to my forces. That 1,000 cryo ammo. Pull out. Gold stack is almost full. Okay, right. Got that, which I do want to send off. That needs to be sent off as well. That's okay. Honestly, having these guys available to pre-sort my loot before I try to jam them into the storage crate is quite helpful. Got one of these, 1 out of 5. I've got 98 out of 100 basic material. I think this map is actually looted up, so... Yeah, that's just random loot and also... Oh, that thing over there. Let's do the test. Let's actually check and see if we can. If this does solve that particular problem. Turns out there was one more little POI, which I didn't really pick up on because it was just sitting here. We've actually got a mini-mart. I literally thought this was like random loot stuck on the ground. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. I just thought I'd grab all the loose tech parts and things from the hunters that come after us. So, 6 out of 10 tech points, which are, by the way, tech points spent on research, and an extra data cable. So, as I said, data cables may be blue rarity, but they actually tend to be pretty common if you're a loot goblin like I am in this game. Anyway, let's go and see if this glove works the way I hope it does. It was just in here. Okay. So, not sure what that is, but if I swap my gloves out, alas.
Warning. Blizzard outbreak.
It has not reached through the floor to gather my intended quarry. So, whatever that is, yeah, these gloves do not do what I hope they did. That is worth checking for science, but yeah, if something glitches through the floor, that's it. You can't do much about it. Ah well. Anyway, all that leaves for me now is I need to do my final checks. I need to make sure my fortress is ready and prepare for combat, because that is what is coming up next.
The enemy has spotted you! Pursue us! Incoming!
Oh boy, here we go again. Wait. Why were you low? No, you're not low on ammo. Why can I reload you? Weird. I think the game's stuck on terrain somewhere. They also, I've noticed, pursuers seem to approach in waves as well. They don't all come at the same time. You need to go. Rotate you. Stash that one. Pull you out, so I can send the gloves out. You're not a full stack, so I'll pull you out as well. Just send those. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm not exactly happy with my ammo situation, but it's as good as it's going to get, I think. Speaking of, I actually need to make sure I've got some ammo for myself as well, so... There we go. This thing can chew through a lot of ammo quickly if it has to. I should pop my other one as well. Right, I've only got a partial load in the ammo systems downstairs. Some of my turrets are kind of like half full or less, but it's mostly just on some of the machine guns and gatlings. I am out of free resources to gather. Yeah, I installed a bounce pad to help me get back on top of the base if I need to. So here we are. And there's no more huge wrecks to gather easily for power around the place either, so I think we are kind of good. So, let us begin. Regular recovery, you are jam-packed solid. Off you go. And yes, this internal layout, as I said, this is literally something I put together by myself, so yeah. Off that goes into the sky. Right. Let us be on our way. By the way, I don't have to actually be here to trigger this. I have to be here to send the retrieval package off, but I can just remote control access to end exploration straight away. That was the base lifting up on its robot legs, and off we go. So yeah, this is basically a robotic walking platform we've got going on here. So, increased backup space for all combat operatives on this tour. Kind of useless to have at this point. Better earlier. Firepower boost. So on recovery, gain gold equal to 50% of total value of materials in my storage. Sweepers now have improved weapons. Sweepers are a type of enemy. Thing is though, I'm trying to avoid boosting the opponents because I want to get this done and get the stuff back. So I'll pick Scavenger just for the point of having something. There's no benefit to just giving it apart from saying I don't want these choices and just skipping it entirely. I mean, let's check my lists here. So, weakness amp. For the duration of this tour, each kill on an enemy by hitting weak point attacks plus 15. So I've been boosting my personal firepower this whole time. Same version plus 5. You see, I've got some upgrades for storage container, reduced power cost, recovery, 100% gold. Some sweepers swarm as pulverizers. That's one that's doing something. Another risk I've got is Steel Bastion. Recovery gain gold equal to 100% total value of all valuables in your storage. Sweepers now have improved defensive equipment. So this one actually subtracts. Some sweepers spawn as pulverizers, which is a higher tier, but the sweepers have got improved defensive equipment, not offensive equipment. So that's actually not too bad, that one. It just means that my guns have more stuff to chew through. And then, if we just keep on going, we're okay right now. I think there was another one down here, risk instant for... my list isn't scrolling any further down. That's a slight shame. Oh well. I was trying to have a look around, that's fine. We're going into this with like 8 material and like 300 of power. What we need really is the power. 400 power, because that one is okay. Material, there's sources to gather the material when we get there proper. It will slow down my expansion slightly, but not stop it, because we've got that free stuff to load in as well. But as we can see, I have 41,207 value of materials that I've sent back for extraction, which is not counting whatever's still stashed in my bots and things. So let's get on with this then. So there's no more places to go. We are going over here. We'll arrive at 6:24 in the morning. That's okay. Recovery day. Scavenge, build facilities, and defend against enemy attack until evacuation. You have to prepare. You have a preparation time before the enemies come, when you should build up your defense. If the outpost should be destroyed, wait for our emergency aircraft to get you out. Okay, so if the outpost is destroyed, I can then try to evade getting killed myself for an emergency aircraft to get me out at least. Okay, I've never had to do that. Hopefully it won't come to that, but that's okay. Now, mission critical objectives, stuff that the missions individually marked as a pickup resource, has to be sent back. So that's stuff that's locked in. It's not valuable, but it can be traded for some stuff, but it's just having, as you can see, is pushing up my timer. And as I add more stuff in from my stash, this is all the loot I've got sent off from those missions, it'll boost this up. We've got boss waves. This one's a regular boss, I think. But my mission actually means there's another boss that's going to turn up, because it's my story mission as well. So I think it's that one that I want. But I've got so much stuff I could send back that I actually genuinely want to have that I might as well just go for it, you know? Okay, so stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, pushing to stage 4. If I just jam it all in... Oh look, we're maxed out at 600 seconds. Yeah, so I knew that was going to happen. I have to survive for 10 minutes. Right. I can spend power to call in extra hazards if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because I want to actually try and survive this one. Once confirmed, anything... Yeah, this is what I mentioned, this is point of no return. Anything left in this side here is gone. It's lost, I think. Anything here is what will be saved for as long as the outpost actually survives long enough. Confirm.
Heading for the target area.
Okay, here we go, here we go. Right. Yeah. A bit of drinky to fortify myself as we prepare to engage. Right. First time I came on this one, this base actually had a similar gun loadout. I got wiped out. Second time, I got wiped out. Yeah. Third time, I actually pulled through with no enemy buffs at all. Fourth time, this is my fourth attempt on this particular extraction zone. I have learned it's a really good idea to just bite the bullet, buy the base extension points, and push the enemy as far away as you can. It helps a lot in delaying things because let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, they start off around us. The first time it was just this, but this map has expansion points which cost 150 material and stuff like that. Okay, right. Let's see. I need to sort out which of my drones are which. Your storage, your random resource. Right. Open a base door, please. Alright, you are artillery. You are artillery. Okay, right. That's what I'm looking for, the artillery ones. So, you two... No. You? Yes, you two. Go up there, please. You two are equipment. I will send you guys up there. Just get them to safety. Your loot. Your guns and stuff. Okay, right.
Command mode activated.
Send you up here as well. Okay, so 51 seconds. I want to get these in place. I'm waiting on the 150 materials. I might have shot myself in the foot by not having materials. I need materials like right now. Gather trees, gather trees, gather trees. 30 seconds. Not great. Not good at all. 108, yes. Give me this one, please. Okay, right. Another 100 materials. There we go. Push it out. Okay, good. Right. We've got them out to the furthest zone. Barely. Now what I need is defensive guns. And I'm actually short on machine guns, to be entirely honest, so let's get some Tesla coils involved. And as you can see, I'm holding them as best I can, literally from spawn. Just stop them. And they will try to batter my defences, but because I'm building them so far out, I can actually just go ahead and try and stop them from doing that. Oh, that was pushing forward a bit. I can spam down a lot of walls to try and stop all this. I think those are pulverizers. Yes, those are indeed pulverizers. Okay, that's actually kind of terrifying. The pulverizers can actually jump at you and bypass some defenses points. I will take you. I've got 100. I can spend that to upgrade into a Gatling. Get more power. You are doing your own thing. Good. 30mm light gun. I will install one back here. Oh, there goes the auto miner, which was helping it to provide resources to my area. As you can see, though, they are starting to get through a little bit. You're out. You're out. Gatling upgrade. Give you automatic ammo. They are starting to get through. Right. Combat mode. Switch. Because I want to get up here to where there's some heavy artillery cannons. I see you. You got weapons back there. Oh, you're out of ammo. Right. Okay. You. What the hell? I feel like that might be the boss I meant to take down as my objective. Also, it's already badly hit. I'll take that, sure. Okay, sure. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Right, let's get back to not losing the base, shall we? Because this is still my front line. You are down. I can build a new light gun on top of you. Have fun. You are also down. Gatling. 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 Oh, there's something nearby. Other cannon, other cannon. Oh, you.
Warning. Flanking attack from... Warning. Flanking attack from the left.
Oh no. Okay, outer layer has collapsed. Right. Force them back. I will have to take on some waves coming from elsewhere, though. Problem is, a lot of stuff down here is also running low on ammunition too, which doesn't help. Right. Come on. You have ammo. Right. Activates. You're small fry. Don't care about you. this is what I meant when I said my base relies on manual ammo feeding. And that's one of its big drawbacks right now. I'm grabbing all that because it is useful for me to do so. Because all the stuff down here is either damaged or out of ammo. Like, I'm not sure why my number of artillery formations is reduced. I think that's because some kind of damage has happened. But a bunch of the turrets I put down here are out of ammo, so... I need to get these things back online. I wish I knew what happened to my building capacity, though. I feel like something got nuked by a boss or something. Okay, right. You are doing your thing. I will build a new thing on you there. I'll have to check the base and see if it got damaged. I suspect it did when that boss attacked this mid-zone, but nothing was here to really stop it. Ugh. By the way, this is also my first time using these field artilleries in such a direct role, too. Just thought I'd mention that. I've got 2 shells on me. That's fine. Give me that. Okay, let's see. These field artillery pieces are actually quite nice. I like them. It makes me really glad I brought these extra shells along with me. You're empty. You are... This is all I've got left in terms of artillery shells. Okay, right, let's make them count.
Recovery procedure nearing completion. Hold on just a bit longer.
That's it though. We have actually made it through. I saw that. I saw that. Give me load of shell. I saw that, you little bugger. Oh, they're actually getting minimum range of my cannon. Okay, right. That means I need to get involved directly. Okay. Let's see. Notice there is a bit of lag going on now, but honestly this game has been really surprising me with how smoothly it seems to have gone. I hope the recording is about as good. Okay, right.
Aircraft arriving in 15 seconds.
Okay, now I want to check the base and see
Your ride is here. Time to head home.
what's happened, because that was extraction day. We have survived, more or less. Wait, I want to check for damage, facility damage. I don't seem to be missing any facilities, so I'm not sure why my... Oh, I know why. Right. So what happened was, I was losing guns because the turrets were getting blown up. Let's go back out there and have a look-see. The turrets were getting blown up, but the base pads were still there. I think that's what was happening. Now the thing is, I've got the triumphant music going, I've got the everything sorted out, I've got my drones and things around the place. The base has actually done just fine. The outer defense has held up okay. The base had to take on the regular sub-boss, the one that always spawns if you hit middle, like 300 seconds, by itself, but it's had more than enough power to do that. But a lot of what kept things manageable was actually me using the these artillery pieces. I've never used them in direct fire before. They were great. I loved them. I must try to keep shells on hand just to use those in the future, I think. But now, because there was an option to call an evac immediately at the end there. Yeah, I think I'm hearing some audio glitching from stuff. So Nexus. It's because, well, the enemies were also dropping stuff. So I was confident I could survive the remaining enemies, so I choose to stay behind and I choose to gather more materials. Because now it's free, there's nothing going to attack me anymore. That was it. I was not expecting the giant war robot to turn up though. It's also dropped a nano chip apparently. I think I've found a few of these before. Yeah. Yeah, I've found a couple of those in loot before, but that's the first time an enemy's dropped it. Also worth noting, by the way, I am way outside the pulse range of my base's ability to scan. So, yeah, this is... I'm having to do this directly. Armor plates. The outer bases did kind of get wrecked though. I think because I came in with no materials, it slowed down my deployment because these bases were gathering resources as well. So that kind of held me back a little bit. I should have come out here and grabbed this. Wait, no, is this an actual active tank? This is an active tank. Oh. Okay, so this tank is basically like those field artillery pieces. The hull's down, but the turret still works. And I could have used this and reload it as well, just like I did with those artillery pieces up the top. Huh, I didn't realise this was an active tank down here. Okay. Yeah, a couple of bots in here just chilling because this is a POI. They didn't really care what was going on up there. But a bit more looting to do and then we'll head out. And see how we do. Okay. Okay, all looting us is done. These artillery pieces actually really surprised me how good they are. The few times I've had my hands on them before, I just set them to auto fire mode and let them have it because there's one there, there's a few others scattered around the place, but actually taking control of it surprised me a lot in this one. This is a extra recovery box. This is because I actually picked up a perk which drops an extra one upon completion, but that's not normally available. So I just happened to pick one up as I was going. Let's be on our way, shall we? Because I have gathered up everything I think on this map ready to be looted, and we are good. I mean, I've even had a couple of these guys just follow me around. They were empty. These were my artillery shell carriers. Now they're just full of loot. And we all know, as I've been saying this entire time, I am a bit of a loot goblin in this game. What can I say? It's all useful. There's something to do with all of it, pretty much. Though, of course, I also arranged up here before coming up to the Guardians I've got hands. This is the MG Guardian. I built one to show you. It can't upgrade independently to a Gatling, I don't think. No, it can't. But it can go fitted with a Gatling off one of the turrets, say, or stuff like that. Then over here, I actually have one of the 30mm cannon variants. And of course, we never got to see this guy in action, really, but he was active while our base was under attack because he spent all his ammunition. Poor guy. Okay, you guys can hold here. Yeah, notice there's an auto-delivery mode on these guys. Auto-deliver, these guys will be told to deliver whatever I put in them back to the central container for sending off. Problem is that, well, they'll just try and unload everything. They won't try and sort it at all, so, you know. Anyway, let us go. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. Hopefully the video will be interesting. A great journey, complete recovery after 15 days of exploration. Okay. Believe in yourself, victory is yours. And now we head back to base to see what is to be seen, and we also get our score and breakdown and stuff.
You've just broken the recovery record, Faye.
Yeah, so these are the ones like actual story mission ones. Then 2 of these ones, as I mentioned, were like previous attempts on this particular map, which didn't go too well. Then I completely beat it on normal, failed, beat it on level 2, and then this one was actually beating on level 3 because level 3 was required for the objective. And this is a chart, and as you can see, that's my recovery this time out. That was last time out, and that still beat my previous record. So, you know, the value of what I'm getting out of these is going up quite rapidly. Anyway, all the stuff I brought back, like many things. Okay. Additional challenges. I didn't take any of the... I only took a couple of things, but final material count 29,000, final value count 10,000, and I took one which would give me like a like-for-like equivalent payments. So again, nearly 40,000 gold on this, which is my trading money back in base. I also got a recruitment beacon, which is something I can use to recruit an extra team member to my side.
I am happy to inform you that our combat rating has increased.
Thank you,
Combat
Julius.
rating. How come I've never heard of that?
It is a rating I created based on the book Federation Combat Guidelines.
Gotta watch what she reads from now on.
Our combat rating is now at 4 stars, but there is still room for improvement.
Okay, right.
They report to the research center.
Okay, so the story is present, but the meat of the gameplay is the scouting and survival elements we've just seen. I'm back at my hub area, which is where I go between, and this is also where I manufacture components, where I manage my crew, because I've got operatives which I can take in as an alternate character to Faye, who, as I said, literally has plot armor as a skill. So, you know. I'm just hoping I can craft what I need. I guess I'll talk to Yulia because I need to see what she's doing anyway.
What's wrong, Yulia?
I have 2 interesting discoveries. I noticed you completed the high-altitude firing test in the shooting range?
No?
Yeah. Juliet helped me complete it. What's up?
Yes, this could work. That was used for Outpost 7 to simulate a live fire situation of the OSC against the Aidos. You are the first one to score a hit other than my mother.
Really?
Don't open your champagne just yet. The data in the simulation is based on pre-Starfall data. It is not reliable as a reference. The target you hit is the central nexus for the Aidos. That has been completely sealed off after Starfall's failure. Theoretically, Aidos should have other weaknesses, but we have no way of knowing for now. Anyways, consider this a good sign for the things to come.
That's a shame. You said you had 2 things to tell me?
I found something interesting inside the files from Greg Industries. They have a satellite relay station on the east side of the Windy Desert. Based on the files, it was originally constructed for the maintenance of the Aidos.
Maintenance?
The station's satellites are equipped with high-performance sensors and self-modeling algorithms capable of scanning and analyzing large objects in Earth's orbit. The satellite can relay status information on the Aidos back to waiting engineers in real time for diagnostics. We can use that to find new weakness for the station, giving you a shot at destroying it. But you won't be able to get in there for now. That area's been marked off as high risk, and I have no idea why.
That's more than enough. Leave the rest to me.
Don't do anything stupid.
I won't.
Oh, we will. We will. Faye's done some stupid stuff already. Right. I didn't actually come here to talk to them. By the way, Aitos is the basically the AI control system which we are against, and which is basically oppressing humanity and merging humanity and stuff like that. So humans are becoming a part of them. They are taking over. We are resisting the New World Order, effectively. But I actually came over here because I talked to her. She's actually our fabrication route, as well as our Zen modifying and reforging route for modifying my guns, stuff like that, you know. Like, this is the one I've got. This is a core I unlocked last time I was out. I've been meaning to redo my weaponry. Let's see. Heavy, if I was to swap you out with the... where is it? Precision round. 9.4, 20, and 0.9. High pressure round. I think it has a fast travel and long range compared to the heavy round, which heavy round has actually got identical stats as a baseline compared to what it was being shown before in the mid-mission modifier. So I think that's probably thrown off by the boosters and things that were in effect at the time. Like, you know, I had a damage boost from critical shots. But yeah, the heavy... What's the difference then between these two? I mean, this one is a rarer type. The heavy round seems to do the same kind of thing. So I think this is like... yes, this is a marksman Zen round. The other one's a sniper one. I might have to swap those two around. Also, I do need to swap out elemental ball. You told me I barely used it, and that's because it's primarily a short range, but there are other options and things to have around as well. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm here for manufacturing. Because... okay, I can manufacture a cargo drone, which lets me guarantee something that by sending it back from base. That guarantees I can send something back, which is better than nothing, and that still counts if an operation fails. So that is what that can do, is send back a batch of resources. I think it might be a single use and then it's done kind of thing, because it just launched a single drone. What I want to manufacture, though, pretty please, is the auto-loader. Yes! This will help my base out immensely. Except I only found 2 control modules in the entire thing, which are those kind of bulkier orange ones. I had 3, now I've got 5, and it costs 4 each time I make one of these things. Damn it, I think I might still need more. Fabricate it though, please, thank you. Right. So, we'll give you a quick brief overview. Warehouse is for organising and quick selling stuff. Medical is when your operatives are hurt. Nexus is where we can set up our crew helping the various areas of the base and also launch a new tour. Intelligence is like operative missions and also our data bank of information, managing soldiers and loadouts and things. Research where we are, which is not just her with fabrication and Zen modification. We also have the research stuff here as well. So you can see I've got a bunch of research I could be working on. You know, I'll get the 80 upgrade while I'm here. I've got some spare efficiency points, which is essentially a day skip. 4 days, 4 points. I can get that sorted out now. There we go. And there's the... actually, now that I've got an autoloader, the question is how the autoloader works. There's also a pillar and a spring barrier. Barrier pillar knocks back approaching enemies in the front, kick them into outer space. Anything that pushes the enemy back sounds useful, actually. Let's research that one. Okay. And the pillar I will also fast track. So yeah, I'm just spending some points I'd accrued. These tech points, by the way, those loot items I was picking out in the field, that's where these have come from. Let's also get the smart mortar unlocked while I'm at it. This game also has mechs as well. This is the first version of the Interceptor Mark 1. What can deploy once per tour. Drains 5 power when deployed. So this is single-use mech. Once per tour, though, means that if I deploy it during the exploration day, I can't deploy it in the actual extraction day, which is kind of sucky, unless there's a way to reload that. But I don't know about that one, though. Reload mods. Don't know what that means. Smart artillery upgrades smart mortar. Can convert turrets into smart mortars. Okay. Okay, so we can unlock modifying turrets into other types through here. So like base machine gun into Gatling, that's sounds like this is the kind of thing that's going to happen there. Ah, yes, assembler. Yes. Please and thank you. I want that. And we've also got, I think, a step towards automation. Automated transport saves manpower. I worked it almost as good as it does back in the training camp. Okay. The thing is, though, I actually looked it up because I was looking for how to work this out. And if I want this to automatically be feeding my turrets and things, I need 2 other parts, not just the belt. So I'm not sure what the belt can do by itself. I also need an advanced auto loader, which can grab automatically ammo that's nearby, which is where the belt comes in. It moves an ammo pack to be nearby. And also an advanced ammo maker, which is wall mounted and actually drops an ammo pack out in front of it on a regular interval automatically. So that would put it on the belt, and then the autoloader grabs it from the belt. The problem is I need to be in the next map area, not the polar region, so I don't know how close I am to that. But that said, old artillery refit hastily for modern usage. I really liked having access to that during that last battle. I'm going to grab it. Besides, I've been finding a couple of barrels for it, might as well. Oh, I don't have enough. Boo! Boo! Oh well, it's fine. There's also flamethrower and cryogenic turrets too. Right. Sorry, this is also part of why I've gotten caught into this game a little bit. It's like there's a lot of stuff you can do in here. The Sea-Wiz, yeah, this was a recent unlock. I've very rapid fire weapon, especially against smaller targets. It takes 1 control module though, which is why I held off. I could make one of these and that autoload I already made. Also, these decipher stations, if I install these on the base, then it allows me to deploy extra things that cost resources after launching the operation. So this is where I could build those extra 2, those extra covers, the extra things. That's the cap of how many I can build. So more of these let me build more stuff for resources. Let's see. I'm looking for. Well, that's the ammo maker. I do want some more generators, I think. There's the assembler. Immediately make it. Rainwater collector, which gives me something to help with stamina, which is running around. I've not actually made one. You know what? Take it. Spring barriers. Basic material and mechanical parts. There's also other barrier things. This is part of why I said I need to do a base rebuild. I've unlocked a bunch of parts since I put together my current setup. But if I scroll down, healing grenade launcher, which can heal operatives and buildings. It's a effect that's useful. Dismantle lets me scrap parts to get base component materials out of it mid-mission. Zen turrets, which basically work like my gun. So that's also a thing. I'm not seeing the artillery. Oh wait, no, I didn't research the artillery. What am I doing? Oh well, right. So that's a basic barrier. Polymers and scrap metal. Sure. Make some of that. I will be using it, but yeah, this part of this is all about setting up your base. Let's check with the traders real quick. Only one person is in. You are the ammo supplier. Now I kind of do want to be aware of these because these are actually kind of rare. So I use a whole bunch in that mission, but I've literally only got 7 artillery shells in stock. Though I do actually have a storage box which holds like 9 of them. Anyway, she sells materials and base components. I can outright buy some 30mm guns from her. Resource crates, always useful. Not some basic materials and stuff like this. So some stuff I can buy from her in bulk of like 100 base materials or 20 components, or rare materials, more limited. Reactive hubs is also something that's kind of needed. I don't have any of those, but it's like used for medium Zen turrets. I do have 43,000 credits in reserve, but this costs 14,000 to buy that out. Tempting because it's hard to get, but on the other hand, I could get 12,500 to get 5 30mm guns. These guys refresh every few days, by the way, and every mission exploration you go on in an operation counts as a day, so you can time your operation for how long it's going to take to refresh everything. She sells base equipment. Not seeing anything in particular there. Okay, right. Okay, last thing I want to show for today is going to be the hangar. Yeah. Are you sure my outpost has enough guns? I'm not so sure. I mean, look at it. It's got many, many guns. Upgrade the ATC. So this means the base platforms expanded again. That's what an ATC upgrade is. It's now, yeah, it's got 2 tiles wider. Now 35 by 25 meters. The game is going slowly. Yeah, this is this is one of the bits where my system struggles a bit more. Armed with 30mm light guns. Yeah, and now it's just starting to do a bit of an overview of some of the systems installed. But it's 30mm, machine guns, and turret slung miniguns, basically. Wait, I've got another ATC upgrade? Really? Oh, I had several waiting. Whoops. Okay, right, now I can edit. This base does need a teardown and rebuild. Jeez. Okay, right, so checking. Rain collector can go anywhere. It has to be mounted on the floor. That's okay. Assembler, well, I'm going to need one of those anyways for fabricating things like lockpicks mid-mission and stuff like that. Useful to have. What I wanted to check was autoloader. I have to install you there. Oh, actually, I forget it's mid-level. Okay, it does have a range limit. It seems to be limited to 2 tiles away, pretty much. Yeah, once it's there, it can't do it, but once it's there, it can. So 3, 6, 7, 8... 8 pegs, 9 pegs away seems to be its limit on what it can do. Though it also has vertical limits as well, noticing as that. So as I lift it up, it can now do stuff on the same level as it, kinda. It doesn't depend on line of sight, does it? Please say it doesn't depend on line of sight. Right, must test this. Install that. Give me a wall. Power required. Do I have any stairs? I do not, but I do have small tiles. And small tiles will do silly things. There we go, power connected. Yeah, floor tiles and stairs and ramps convey power around the place from the base installation point of the core tower. That's how that works. Now, if I saw you here, it does indeed Okay, there is a range limit, but it's also a line of sight to the top of the loader, if I am reading this correctly. So yeah, the space does need to be restructured just in general. It is reaching... there is another underslung minigun there. It's not reaching that one there, though. Or that one. It's reaching those two, it's reaching those, it's reaching... Not reaching the ones on top. Now it's starting to reach the ones on top. So yeah, it's range and line of sight, it seems. I think. But I'm going to have to rebuild the base and figure that one out. That's going to take quite a while, because, you know, this thing is kind of intricate, stuff like that. So, you know, it'll be a master legion rebuild kind of thing, and it's not within the scope of this video. I'm already overrunning just because I wanted to check that and be sure. Wait, there was one more thing I wanted to check. Barriers. Ah, so this is my version of those field barriers. I can just install them on the ground here. Okay. Also worth noting, by the way, adjacency bonuses apply. So these armoured walls provide level 2 reflective shock and structure enhancement to anything directly connected to it. So that includes adjacent walls, it includes like the flooring, stuff like that. So that's why there's got 1300 health on this one, because it's got multiple walls all forming an armoured block underneath it. And these have got some bonus because they're attached to not just this one, but also the walls inside this honeycomb as well. So 900, 1100. So yeah, this is taking advantage of that to try and convey multiple bonuses. So mounting things together structurally just makes the bases more durable. So notice that this one gained 100 hit points. This one doesn't. This one doesn't convey any kind of health bonus, but the barrier does get reflective shock, which electrocutes attackers damage scale based on core output. So a passive defense if it gets struck, which is universal to powered structure components, I think. And we can also check the stacks. Like this one's got 6 stacks of that, I think. This one's got 4 stacks. This one's not really got much going on. I'm not entirely sure what the stacks are. Anyway, I think that's on the title card. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, end of thing. Outpost 11 saved. We are donezo. So we are done taking a quick random poke in this game. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Sorry again for lack of videos. I've been trying to get onto that. This base has many guns, and it's going to have many more guns. I just need more auto loaders. Eesh. The search for parts continues. But yeah, let me know if you want me to try and do some more with this game anyway. But yeah, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps the channel, give me those virtual headbutts I oh so crave. And I'll catch you all some other time. Yeah, see you all later. Now to get on with trying to find more parts. Unless you guys want me to start the story from scratch again, of course. Yeah, who knows.